What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Welcome to the brand new suite. We outside, y'all. Can you see that? We outside. It's a beautiful day out this morning. Great morning for a walk. Just getting finished with my walk. So y'all know what we do after the walk. We get it in. It's Work for It Wednesday. Are you ready to work for what it is that you say you want? Not what I want, not what others tell you that you should want, but what you want. Are you willing to put in that work in order to be able to accomplish what it is that you want to achieve, that you want? Today is Tuesday. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Wednesday. I'm sorry. I forgot what day it was. Make sure that it's Wednesday. Work for a Wednesday. So we're on this journey, y'all. We're on this journey, and I'm glad you all have chosen to join me on this journey to get the bag. I told you I done had an attitude all week long. I got an attitude, y'all. I got an attitude. Matter of fact, I don't just have an attitude. I have a big attitude for growth. I want you to have a big attitude for growth this week. Are you with me? Are you with me with gaining your big attitude? Well, how do you get a big attitude for growth? And we've been talking about this week. We talked Monday on embrace continuous learning. We talked about challenging your comfort zone yesterday, and today we're going to talk about celebrate resilience. How do you create that resilience mentality that we all need when it comes to life and when it comes to business? Because if you're not resilient, this life, this world will chew you up and spit you out. So you've got to be able and have the skill set, have the ability to be able to bounce back. So let's talk a little bit about the resilience, cultivating a mindset of resilience. By building a successful business requires resilience in the face of setbacks and failures. You're going to have them. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, you are going to have setbacks, you're going to have failures. And you as an entrepreneur with a big attitude for growth, excuse me, this pollen out here is killing me, y'all. View obstacles as learning experiences and opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. So they bounce back, or you should bounce back quickly from setbacks, adapt to change, and persevere with determination. That's what resilience is, y'all. That's what having the mindset of resilience is. So you got to have those things, and I'm gonna give you these 3 ways in order to be able to create that for you. And the first one is you got to develop a growth mindset. That's what the big attitude for growth is. It's developing a growth mindset. Do you, as an entrepreneur, have a growth mindset? Are you looking to go further than what you are? Where you are right now, is that the furthest that you're looking to go? If you don't go any further than you were to go right now, today, would you be satisfied? Are you satisfied with that? Say, the first step in cultivating resilience is to adopt a growth mindset. You got to embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than viewing them as insurmountable obstacles. You got to recognize that setbacks are a natural part of the entrepreneurial journey and focus on extracting valuable lessons from them. It's not a failure. It's a lesson. What's the lesson that you're learning from the setbacks, from the obstacles, from not achieving your goal? What's the lesson? What did you learn? What did you learn to do? What did you learn not to do? Those are the options. What did you learn to do, and what did you learn not to do? That's what every obstacle, every setback should teach you. You should come away with that lesson, if nothing else. So, and by reframing failure as a setback, as feedback, and maintaining a positive outlook, you'll build the resilience needed to navigate adversity and bounce back stronger. That's the first one. That's number one. You got to develop a growth mindset. Do you have a growth mindset? Ask yourself that question. That's part of your homework today. Do I have a growth mindset? And if I don't have a growth mindset, what do I need to do in order to be able to create the growth mindset in me? So that's number one. Number two, you got to build a strong support network. I call it your ecosystem. Do you have an ecosystem? So you want to surround yourself with a supportive network of mentors, advisors, peers, colleagues who can provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective during challenging times. You want to cultivate relationships with individuals who believe in your vision and are willing to offer constructive feedback and support when needed. Lean on your support network, your ecosystem, for guidance, encouragement, practical assistance as you navigate the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. And this is crucial because you're gonna when you face those obstacles, you want to have people that are where you're trying to get to, because they can serve as a guide to you for how you navigate through those difficult times, because they've been through them, so they can give you some really practical life experiences, business experiences. I did this, I did that. So you want to make sure that you do have a mentor. I've always said this, that you should have someone that's in front of you, someone that's beside you, and then someone that's behind you. The one that's in front of you, you certainly want to have them because they've been, like I said, where you're trying to get to. You have the ones that are beside you because they're in the struggle with you. They're actually trying to move up as well. So they become, like I said, because they actually are going through those same kind of struggles. You help them, they help you. And then you have someone that you're pulling up behind you that you are a mentor for, that you serve as a guide for, so that you can guide them into where it is that they're going to. But many of us as entrepreneurs, we don't think in those terms. So having someone in front of you, beside you, and behind you will help you to build a strong support network, a support system. So you want to put that in place. Join, if you have a mastermind group that you can be a part of, you certainly want to do that, because you can bounce ideas off, you can get different perspectives, you become part of that where you can pour into someone. I talk all the time about the picture and the glass theory. Sometimes you're the picture, sometimes you're the glass. And the mastermind group is a perfect example of how you are both. Sometimes you pour into others, being the picture. Sometimes you are the glass, getting poured into, where you need insight, you need wisdom, you need ideas. And so having those people, having that network around you, that type of network around you, affords you the ability to be able to do that. So build a strong network. Who's in your, I call it all the time, who's in your circle of impact? Who's in your circle of impact? That's important for you to be able to do that. And then number three, and then I'm finished, you want to practice self-care. You got to practice self-care. We talked about this last week with reclaiming your time and spending that time, making sure that you're doing those things that keep you healthy, that you're being wise about what you eat. I had a conversation, I had to check a friend of mine last night, because it's my bedtime. I'm getting ready to go to bed. She's like, no. It's important for my sleep. Is important to me, and it's an important part of me being healthy. It's part of my self-care is going to bed at my designated time. Coach, I hear you. I know you always, Coach Marcy always talks about getting enough sleep. So those are the things that I'm doing, that I'm implementing in order to be able to do that. So self-care and well-being. You got to practice self-care and well-being, because what that does is you got to take care of your physical, mental, emotional, psychological, well-being, to build resilience and sustain long-term success. You got to have the energy to be resilient. And if you don't have energy, if you aren't getting enough rest, if you aren't doing those things that are going to give you the ability to be able to be resilient, you'll find yourself not being successful. You got to prioritize self-care practices such as exercise, mindfulness, adequate sleep, healthy nutrition to recharge and replenish your energy levels. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's what self-care is. You know, you got to set boundaries to protect your time. Isn't that what I said? And energy, and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment outside excuse me, of work. It says by prioritizing your well-being, you'll enhance your resilience, creativity, and the ability to weather the challenges of being an entrepreneur. It's important for you to take on these three things, like I said, and take on the mindset of, get out of that sunlight. Take on the mindset of being resilient. You know, so one, you want to develop a growth mindset. Do you have a growth mindset? Two, you want to build a strong support network, so a strong support system, ecosystem. And then, and then three, you want to practice self-care and well-being in your life. It's important that you be maximum from a mental standpoint, a physical standpoint, and a psychological standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. All of those aspects of who you are, mind, body, spirit, soul, all of those things, if you're going to be resilient. You can't fight the battles that you have to fight as an entrepreneur, and you can't be resilient if you aren't healthy. From a mental, all the way from a mental standpoint, all the way to a physical and emotional standpoint. And the way you do that is by surrounding yourself with individuals who can assist you with dealing with obstacles, making sure that you're getting your rest, making sure that you get out and walk like I'm doing this morning, getting the fresh air. And I started not to. I was like, oh, I don't really feel like going outside to walk today. I can walk inside. But then I said no. You need to get out. You need to get the fresh air and get in. And here I am, feeling more energized because I got out. I got the sun beaming down on me. I got my energy going, and I'm willing to work for it. I'm willing to work for my resilience. Because I got what? I got a big attitude for growth. My big attitude for growth fuels my passion for being resilient. Fuels my cultivating resilience. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Let's go work for it today. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.